We are live. Then is the
Hey,
hello. Hi, Oran.
hey, Joseph.
All right, let's give it a second to let some people clue in. But we'll start with the chat. Joseph here from the Healing Market, and Oran also from the Healing Market. Hi, Oran.
Hi, Joseph.
Great to see you. Today
You
we're
too,
going to talk
man.
about your. Thank you. Today we're going to talk about your program, 14-day Immune and Detox Challenge.
Yep.
Let me see if I can share the screen so I can bring it in. Share screen. And for anyone joining us now, let me see. Here we go. Nope, I gotta bring it up. Oh, I see. Here we go. So this is Oran's. I'm gonna go back to us, but just people that you know. This is the healingmarket.org, and you go to Oran's. Either it's here, or you can go down to the shop section and click here. Look at this smile, and, and I log here. This is the program. The program is called the 14-day Immune Detox Challenge with Oran, and this is a very easy program to help you overcome sugar addiction, feel a lot better, lose a little weight, and basically reset your mind and your gut and your heart to better life and kind of give the new year a kickstart.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to stop sharing now, and I'll go back to full screen. All right. So, Oren, let me ask you a few questions, kind of to warm up. And the first question would be, perhaps you could tell us a bit about yourself and about
Yes.
how did you learn all the things that you know.
Well, I had Crohn's disease for almost 9 years, and I had very bad side effects such as lymphoma from the medications that I took, and also I had fistulas in my anus, and I had horrible condition of life. And from that I came to such kind of idea solution that I want to heal myself
Hmm.
because my first child was about to be born, and now 11 years after, I'm free from medication, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm young in my spirit and my body, and it's not depend on your biological age, not at all. And it's much more groovier. It's a great life like that.
I'm very glad to hear.
Yes.
Log in here to some other channels we have to see it's all good. Oren,
Mothership. Yes.
yeah, we are. What what would you say? And by the way, friends, this is completely unscripted. Oren has no idea what I'm going to ask him. Um, what would you say the biggest problems these days are for men and women in the modern society when it comes to gut health, immune, and detox?
I think the worst thing today is the stress, and it really affects the gut biome from any kind of mean because there's a huge connection between the body, sorry, and the gut and the brain. So
Hmm.
the first thing that will help you to detox, beside of the food and the supplements, is of course the stress management by any kind of means. Because the stress will affect also your hormonal balance or your gut biome and generally on your well-being. And there
Hmm.
are many ways to deal with stress management physically and also mentally. So this is the first thing that I would do.
All right. I wake up in the morning and I get so stressed. I really do. What can I do?
Everyone, everywhere.
What can I do to start my day right?
I think first of all you have to meditate, and it doesn't have to be something very epic and very long. It can be even just to be in awareness, even for 2, 3, 4 minutes, and not straight to go to your social media or to see what is going on in the news. To
Hmm.
stay a bit in the frequency of the alpha waves, let's call it that way, of your brain, that you're still connected to yourself and not influenced by the outside. And
Hmm.
another thing that I will do is to have some kind of writing exercises of what are your goals, what do you want to achieve, who do you want to be, and what defines that kind of person. And it really helps you to focus your day. And it means that you
Right.
don't have to function, you don't have to run. It means that you have the time to build your base to start the day from much more powerful and strong and happier because you're adjusting your frequency of your being. It sounds
Right.
a bit spiritual, but on the other hand, I think it's very practical and you feel it when you're already there.
Yeah.
So
And
this is the first two things that I will do, and this is what I'm doing when I'm dealing with my stress management.
mhm. And here's the it's kind of hard to see, but that's the daily planner that we have for the
Yeah,
program. So anyone that is part of the program will receive either a hard copy or you can get a PDF to print it. And actually, it's got a day by day pages tell you exactly today do this and write down your
yeah.
focus, write down
You just have to follow the instructions. Like the thing that I just told are exist also in the daily schedule.
right.
Like you have some kind of exercise that are guiding you towards yourself by any kind of mean.
Oran, who should join the 14-day Immune and Detox Challenge?
Everyone wants to feel better, to feel stronger, to be healthier, to be happier, to be much more satisfied.
Excellent. And can I be 18, 30, 60? Does my age matter?
No, it's not really a matter of age. You just have to check out that your body is fit for that, in that sense that you don't have some kind of diseases that you need to be approved from your doctor by any kind of means. But generally, if you're a healthy person, the age is not a factor at all.
Okay, good. And what would you say the main benefits? Oh, before I ask you this, let me ask you: can you give me like on one leg, a very short version of the program? Like, what's like? Do I get hungry? Do I not eat at all? Do I eat certain foods? Like, what's like? What would you tell people? You just have 30 seconds, like a short
No,
lecture.
the thing is that you just going to eat some kind of a keto diet.
Hmm.
So it's based on the fact when you're hungry. It's not a matter of how many calories or you have to stop yourself from eating though you're hungry. We're not working with that some kind of biology because it doesn't work for the long run. So the thing is that we want to change the metabolic balance, and because of that, your gut biome is going to change, and you'll be much more balanced. And then you will eat when you will be hungry, and you feel
Right.
that you will be much more full and satisfied from what you're eating, and you don't have any more some kind of sugar cravings or any other kind of another craving. So in that sense, we working on 14 days of the immune and detox of the body, and then we're going to take your body to a balance, and then you have some mild exercise, some spiritual work, a little bit like the writing that I was saying,
Hmm.
and of course a diet that is based on the keto, which means that the fuel is the fat and not the calories, or not sugar, or not glucose,
Can
to
you
be much
repeat
more
that
accurate.
about the fat and the fuel? That's
Yes, of
important.
course. The thing is keto, that the body is using the fat for energy, and most of the people are using glucose or carbs or calories or whatever you want to name it, and in that sense, the body doesn't feel much more. Sorry, your digestion system is not balanced because of that, and this is why we want more sugar. There's some kind of mechanism that I won't going to get into that now, but because of that, we're eating much more than we really need. And on keto diet, you'll be much more satisfied with that, and you'll be much more less hungry because you'll be much more balanced.
How long would it take me to move my body from like what I eat now to like not crave sugar so badly?
Well, it really depends on the body and the type of who you are and what is your history and what is your condition at the moment. So this is something in general we have to make clear. There isn't any kind of magic solution for everyone. But on the other hand, I guess this is between a few days or 1 week, maybe a little bit more. But on the other hand, we have a lot of tips and hacks during the challenge that will help you to bypass that, to make or do this some kind of process that it will be much more faster and
Right,
easier for you.
right. I have to
Yeah,
be honest with you. I love sugar at night.
who doesn't?
So I go in the store and I see these like processed foods. And I go, no, 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 no. And like,
The,
I
the,
want to feel better about myself. No, 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 no. I was like, oh.
listen, it's for everyone. Like in the history, usually we didn't eat so many carbs. It wasn't
Right,
available, and also it was depends on the season. So basically, biologically, we are programmed to eat as much more sugar when we can. For example, if I'm used all the winter, I don't know, to eat only fat and meat, if I was like ancient time, and then in the spring I will see some kind of I don't know, an apple tree, I will go and eat as much as apples that I can because I don't know where will be the next time I'm going to have these apples.
right,
So this is why we are programmed to do that. But today we have 24/7 ice cream, for example.
right,
So biologically, you're supposed to eat this ice cream if it's available,
right,
because biologically, not a lot of things really changed. But on the other hand, if we're going to use the fat as the fuel, you won't have this some kind of cravings because it's not the main energy. But
right.
for most of the people, it's the main energy, so they have to eat ice cream. And also, like you said, that you like to eat it at night because you're tired. So one of the things that we also work in is the cycles of sleep in the challenge, which is something very, very important for you for healing, for detox, for re-energize your body and to balance that. So how to go to sleep and when you go to sleep and what to do before you go to sleep is part of the challenge. And then it will be much more easier for you not to eat ice cream at night.
I agree. I did not have ice cream last night. I didn't have. I tried instead of ice cream or whatever. I tried to have some dates, but even those I try to cut down just to not have the
Yes, they're
sugar at the
full of
very end.
sugar as well.
I did have some canned cranberries last night. It's natural sugar,
How
but
was
I just needed something, and I found, because I never made that turkey, and I had a can of cranberry.
that? Well, if it made you happy, it has some kind of value as well, I guess.
Now tell me, and I agree. It probably takes about. I read somewhere, and it's true for me. 72 hours. That's all you need to kind of flip to the next mode. But I find that the best thing that helps me here is that we do
Mhm.
it in a group, because once we do, I'm very competitive. I want to succeed. And if someone else
Yeah,
does it, I go, if they do it, I can do it. I'm sure I can do it. Therefore, I want to do it. So my fridge is empty, but I'm not hungry. It's just
yeah.
psychological. I'm not actually hungry. I don't need that food. I wake up in the morning, I feel great. I actually feel better because I'm not heavy. Um,
Yes.
Talk to me a bit about what's the effect of doing this in a group. How is it helpful, and what kind of group we have for support?
Well, if I would change the word group to a community, I think it will be
Hmm.
much more clear, like in sense that you are really not alone.
Right,
And for example, when you think about, for me, the association, when you say competitive is a bit, how to say, is a bit negative for myself personally. Like
right,
if I have a community and someone is doing better than I do, so I can just speak to that guy or that woman to see what they're doing because they're there to help me because we're a community. Their achievement is my achievement and the other way around as well. So when you do it in a community that it's available all the time, because we have many platforms that we are available, also me and also other people from the group. We have a group like a Facebook. We're using a different platform, and also we have Zoom meetings, Zoom calls, two times a week, and also there we're available. So we're available live, even if it's virtually or we meet on the Zoom calls. And then it means that all the time you have the possibility to ask something, to share something, um, to make something a bit clear about things that you feel, you don't feel, you're not sure what to do, how to do, etc. And then you're not alone in the process because a lot of time in those some kind of programs, you just have the instructions and then you just have to make it by your own and go figure. And some of them are like complicated processes because you're changing yourself biologically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. A lot of things start to go out when you're doing detoxification. So when you feel that you have that kind of support, that you're not alone, that you're people that you like, so it's much more easier because
right.
everyone wants your benefit.
Very good.
Yeah, so it's easier because of that, and it's much more fun, and it's really important for us not to be alone. Like for example, there's this program in Netflix about the blue zones, about people that are living for many years, like
Right.
100 years and even more. And one of the main factors in different places of the world is the community.
Right.
So this is something that I personally understand, and I put that in the challenge that people need to have some kind of community, even if it's virtual. It's possible
Right. Very, very
and
important.
important, very important.
And I think we've learned through the last few years that you can make virtual friends even if you've never met them and have an amazing relationship with them.
Absolutely,
It's all good.
absolutely. There are many platforms for that. So it's not the ideal. Of course, everyone should live in a village in the ideal place, but
Right.
we don't have that kind of possibility anymore, or not for everyone at least. So we have to use those platforms and create those some kind of communities,
Good.
even if it has the same values that all this grand group believe in. They're spread around the world. Amazing. Let's do it together. From Taiwan, from China, from the States, from Canada, wherever. Like people are people.
Very good. Um, you know, let me look through the planner here. The planner has some very interesting sections here. And one that I like very much is the streetlight method.
Yes,
It's kind of hard to see.
and it's not so clear in the video. Yeah,
That's
but
okay.
yeah, that's okay.
Maybe you can just
Yeah, but
talk
maybe I
about it.
will
If
explain.
I can, if I can bring it up on the other screen, I will. But what is the
Right,
streetlight method? Why did you develop it, and how does it help me?
it's quite simple. The streetlight method is like the streetlight. It means that when you have the red, it means that things or some kind of foods that you're not supposed to eat at all. It's very clear. It's in the no zone. The yellow zone, it's some kind of foods that are you can eat, but in much more moderate amounts.
Yeah.
And the green one is you can eat as much as you want and when as you want.
So
When you want, sorry. But the
right.
thing is that in the green, I will explain a little bit later. On the second week of the detox, we have some kind of eating windows. So only in the second week you can't eat in at any
Okay.
hour.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
say.
Okay. Wait a second. That
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but yeah, I will go a little bit further. But what I want to say is about the green is that this is the kind of foods you can eat as much as you want, not a problem with that at all.
Okay. Let me see if I can
Oh,
share a screen here.
I have a short problem with my battery for some reason. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me check it for a second. Sorry.
No problem. I will show. I got the course in the meantime. Take your time. I'll show the course. So this is what it looks like on the site. This is the Healy Market courses section. And once you go to the courses, I'm logged in, and you go to the 14-day Immune Detox Challenge with Oran, you'll get this page, which is the main page, explains everything here and all the sections. And then when you go continue or enroll, you'll be able to access this course and everything is available right away. So you can access whatever you want right away. You don't have to complete. You can watch any course whenever you want, any section. And the green light method, the street light method, sorry, will be here. And it's just a simple PDF, right? And there it is, red, yellow, or orange, and green. Are you back with us, Oran?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Oran, give me like just the main like two or three examples of red, yellow, and green. Just give me a couple simple examples of each so we know what you're talking about.
For example, in the red, you don't want to eat any kind of nightshade vegetables such as tomatoes, peppers, mm, uh, potatoes, tomatoes, eggplants. I think that's it. I'm missing something, but I forgot.
What about
Anyhow,
sugar and
nightshade
gluten?
vegetables. Sorry?
Sugar and gluten, are these very bad or you can eat those?
No, not at all. Especially not gluten and not dairy. They're super inflammatory kind of foods. And of course, sugar. But sugar have many kind of forms. Let's say
Right.
it is even in the gluten and the dairy there are a lot of sugars. So I won't put it in that some kind of thing.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
just keep, yeah, keep
and
the answers short for now.
sorry. Yeah, yeah,
Just
of course.
keep the answer short. Okay, now tell me two simple examples of the yellow, please.
So, for example, in the yellow, you don't want to eat a lot of things, for example, like the fresh figs or the dates, because they're full of sugar still, but it's much more natural sugar. So, you want to eat it in much more moderate amounts, or even a bit of starchy vegetables like pumpkin, for example. So, you want to eat it, it's very healthy, but in moderate amounts.
Right.
And the green is all the proteins and the fats, for example. So you want to have a very quality high some kind of proteins, for example, like grass-fed beef, and any kind of fats that we have on the list, like for example, like ghee or coconut oil, for
Right.
example, and also vegetables. So this is on like really shortly, this is some kind of the foods that you can eat on
Okay.
the street light method.
Now I'm going to ask you a few simple questions, which are basically the principles of the program. And please give me very short answers, like not the whole program, but just like understanding, okay? What is
Yes.
intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting, it means that you can eat in some kind of eating windows that usually you continue, for example, the fasting from the moment that you went to sleep, and
Mhm.
then even after you got up, you still continue not to eat. And in that sense, the body keeps the process of detoxification from the time you were sleeping at night till the moment that you are eating. But when you are not eating for a long time, you have a process of detoxification, autophagy, which is a great process of the body start to use the toxins as some kind of fuel, and it uses the fat, some kind of the fat, for example, for that. And then it means that when you're eating, you have a very short time. It can be from 4 hours to 8 hours to 12 hours. There are many variations that people are using that, but in that sense, you're keeping the process of detoxification from your body.
Okay.
So this is great.
Give me shorter answers, please.
Okay,
Because we're
I'm
live, we
trying.
need to keep people engaged.
All
All
right, all
right.
right.
Very short, one or two sentence. What is ketogenic diet?
It means that you're using fat as the fuel of your body and not glucose, not sugars.
Why is shorter? Okay, good. Why is fat important?
Fat important because this is the best fuel for your body, for cognitive, for physical function, for everything. And yeah, this is one of the reasons people got so sick, because all the time the medicine, the conventional medicine said that fat is bad. So this is
Right.
not only, this is one of the reasons we see so many health problems today. People don't eat a lot enough good fat.
So I'm not gonna get fat if I eat fat?
No, on the contrary, you're going to use the fat from your body to use it as a fuel. And one of the reasons that people are so fat today is not because they're eating too much, it's because they're full of toxins.
Right.
And this is something that is not clear. And the body wraps toxins with fat. So it's
Right.
isolated the toxins. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Um, so this is relating. There's a principle of clean eating. Does that mean no toxin? Like, what is clean eating?
It means basically you're not eating, for example, processed food. And processed food has a lot of chemicals, for example, that they're simply toxins for your body.
Okay. Thank you. Um, there's a principle of move your body, but you say it doesn't have to be like you have to go to the gym and like lift. What kind of exercise you think is important for this program?
Basically, just move your body. Qigong, yoga, walk, any kind of exercise that you're doing. You don't have to put a lot of effort, but you just have to keep the blood circulation, keep the flow.
Right. So if I go for a walk in the morning or maybe at night or walk my
That
dog, that's good.
that's wonderful. But don't
Right.
walk just lazy, but walk.
I see. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
Um, what I found, because I ran through the program a couple of times myself, and what I found is every time I do it, I get a little. It's easier for me because I don't have the fear of, oh my god, I'm going to be hungry or any of that, right?
And
So
also
I know,
metabolically, you're much more flexible.
is my body actually improving throughout the program?
Of course. Of course. Because you're doing what is good for your body. It's not
Okay,
only because I'm saying that it becomes from our own experience.
Right.
to heal my own problems.
Now we spoke of bone broth, right? So I'll just tell the viewer bone broth is when you take the bones of the beef or the chicken and you boil them for a long time, releases collagen, right? Why is
Yes,
bone
yes.
broth so important for this program and generally important?
You need a lot of good collagen or good protein, let's call it that way. And on the other hand, if you're going to get rid of the fat, you want to have some more collagen for building the mass of the muscles. And also another aspect that you want to heal your gut. And collagen is very important to make some new and healthier tissues for your digestion system.
Thank you. Now you told me something that I didn't know. You told me that
What?
when you were very, very sick, you use
Yeah.
bone broth as a certain type of rice.
Yes, absolutely.
What
This is an
what kind of
ancient
rice?
medicine technique.
The question is what kind of rice and why is the combination of the bone broth and rice help you heal your gut?
Because usually I use white basmati rice. I
Uh-huh.
think this is the best kind of rice, and not only on my own opinion.
Mhm.
And another thing is that it's very easy to digest. Also the rice and also the bone broth. So this is the best food that you don't have to process. And on the other hand, it's much more easy to absorb that, and
Mm.
then it helps the digestion system to heal itself. It's a
There's a
medicine.
there's a cafe restaurant down the street. There's a few of them. They're called Impact Kitchen. They're in Toronto. I think they're opening in New York too. And they have a
Uh-huh.
bone broth service. You can get chicken, beef, or mushroom vegan. Filtered
Really
water. Yeah, I asked them. And
nice.
they have a membership. You can pay 40 Canadian dollars. That's only about 25 or 30 US dollars.
Okay.
And you can have every 2 hours, you can have a cup of bone broth for a whole month. So basically, it costs you a dollar, give or take one US dollar, for as many bone broth as you want, $1 a day.
So someone understood the potential of that.
Yes, I'm going to sign today for that. I really am.
Just do it. It really improves your health.
Thank you. I'll give it a
It's
try.
great.
And would you say instead of having breakfast, I can just have bone broth?
Yes.
Or
Yes, you
instead
can
of
have
dinner?
one. Sorry.
Or maybe instead of dinner, I should have bone broth? When's the best? Let me ask you this
You
way. When's the best time in the day to have the bone broth?
basically the best time will be on empty stomach. So it's
Uh,
not only a matter of time. It's matter that the digestion system is empty, and then the body can use the collagen and not with any some kind of other foods. Though I prepare it with many kind of foods as well. So the best time will be maybe when I said it's empty, and on the other hand, in the morning and in the evening, because then the digestion system is empty, and then also at night the body is fixing itself. So it's the best time to give this some kind of material, this collagen, this protein for the body to use.
what is not necessarily bone broth, what is the best food I can have first thing in the morning and last thing at night?
We can say that in the morning you want to have a lot of good proteins
Uh-huh.
and good vegetables, and usually at night you will want to have some more carbs.
I see.
Not only, and also on the challenge we don't eat a lot of carbs, but generally if you want to have some kind of carbs, it will be better at night. It's a greater food for the brain.
So I'll have some sort of a meat or maybe a vegan dish plus carb. A little potato is okay, or
Not potato, but sweet potatoes, because the
sweet
potato
potato.
belongs to the eggplant, to the nightshade.
A sweet potato is okay.
Yeah, sweet potato is great.
Okay, good to know. What
Like for
other?
example, orange soup is great at night. For example,
Sorry?
like an orange soup that is made from sweet potatoes and pumpkin, that everything is squashed together. Sorry, is a great dish for at night.
Okay, I see it. It's also soup, so it's light, so it's easy to digest.
Exactly. This is like great thing,
Very good.
and
Um,
you can add some bone broth to that as well.
you can add the bone broth. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Now I don't eat breakfast for a long time now. Is that okay?
Yeah, this is something I do as well.
So a lot of
I
people say,
usually drinking the coffee.
I
like
have
the boost
coffee.
coffee that also I have in the challenge that I put, which is a coffee that is with a lot of fat and then some kind of other ingredients, and it's really boosting the adrenal. So it's great. And this is what is holding me in the morning.
Okay, so give me like a very short answer. What is Boost Coffee?
Boost coffee is a coffee with MCT oil, with ghee, with a little bit of cocoa powder, a little bit of Himalayan salt, and a mixture of herbal mushrooms. Papam.
What would that Boost Coffee do for me?
It will give you energy. It will balance your adrenal, and it will make you much more. You'll feel much more vital, and it's not depends on actually on food. So it's your belly is light because you don't have a lot of food in your digestion system, but you still have the some kind of energy, and it helps you get focused, which is great for me, and much more calmer on the other hand.
Yeah, um, I,
Yeah.
I, I I have experienced that, and I add the MCT in my coffee,
Uh-huh.
grass-fed butter. Although for me,
Yeah.
it's too much. It's too much for me. Too
The
thick.
grass-fed butter.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I've tried.
Yeah, everyone needs to find their own variation of that, and it's okay. A lot of people are a bit more sensitive to MCT and not for ghee or grass-fed butter. I found personally the ghee a bit easier from the grass-fed butter.
I've never
It's
tried
light.
ghee, but maybe I will.
Yeah, the ghee is lighter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
If what about if I personally I prefer just black coffee in the morning. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Why not?
Because I'm not
If
gonna
it,
have the other thing.
if it works for you and you're not getting, the thing is that a lot of people start to drink coffee, and for holding the intermittent fasting till they're eating at noon or whatever time it is, they're drinking like 3 4 coffees just to hold on. And
Right.
this is the problem I have. If you don't have this some kind of problem that you start to pumping more caffeine into your bloodstream, because this is not good as well, too much without any kind of support from other things, so I don't find it as a very good solution. But
I yeah. So one or two coffees is okay.
yeah, that's not a problem. But I know a lot of people that start to drink before 1 o'clock already 4 or 5 cups of black coffee. So you're not really holding it. So this is not good.
What about drinking coffee after I had food?
I don't see a problem, but it's something that is really for everyone, for every person, it's a bit different. So you have to check it out.
'Cause what I realize is coffee is acidic. So maybe when you consume coffee after you have stuff in your gut, it may not interact well because it's more on the acidic.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it in generally, but there are people that the digestion system is a bit stronger. But basically, you're not supposed to drink it after you're eating.
Okay. And the other thing I've noticed that if I have sometimes I like to have a coffee in the afternoon. I had a full day, and I'm not that tired. I worked out. I'm okay. I also have I'll show you the patches, the new patches at the end of this conversation.
Yeah, I heard it's amazing.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
Um,
But the thing is, if I have coffee in the afternoon or sometimes in the evening, I feel amazing. But then I don't need to sleep.
Yeah, that's the problem with that. This is why usually I recommend not to drink maximum after 2 o'clock. Not to drink any more coffee during the day. I even prefer green tea, though it has a little bit of caffeine, but it's a better solution.
Yeah, I've tried experimented with various teas, and maybe I add a bit of almond milk that does not have any oils. Usually, the
Yeah,
oat in Canada, most of the oatmeals will have oil in them. I don't touch it, but then I realized that some of the almonds do not. So that's what I just a little bit to kind of make like a chai tea with a bit of almond or whatever, and
yeah.
that's
But,
fine.
oatmeal I will less recommend
Yeah,
generally.
I don't touch
And
it anymore. It's got oil in it.
yeah, but it's not only the oil. Also oats has a lot of mycotoxins on it, so it's a little bit. So yeah, it's not my own. It's not my favorite choice.
You
Per,
think
Personally, I
almond milk
prefer
is
much more
cleaner?
coconut milk and almond milk. That would be
Coconut and
my.
almond are cleaner.
Yeah. They're cleaner. That they're supposed to be unsweetened, and also that they don't have some kind of vegetable oils in that.
I
Very
didn't know that.
important.
Thank you for the tip.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we have two things left. The first, I'm going to ask you about the spiritual or personal
Yes,
work program, and then
yes,
we'll show the X39 patches.
yes, yes, with pleasure. You want me to explain about it, I guess.
Yeah, Oran, please tell us about the spiritual and personal work that is part of the Immune and Detox program.
Well, to immune and detox is not only a physical thing, it's also a spiritual thing. So it means that you want to make some kind of your spirit or your focus or whatever you want to put much more better, not only on your body. So it means how can you make some better choices for your life? For example, if you chose this kind of challenge, it means you want to improve something. And on the spiritual aspect, you want to be much more focused on what you want to achieve from yourself.
Yeah.
What are your values that you are not following on your life? And this is some kind of things that I understand in my own spiritual journey. Also in my healing journey, I understood that I have to understand also a lot of things in my spirit to feel good. So it's not only a physical aspect. So this is something that we're working on the challenge as well by many guides and themes and topics and exercises of writing that I'm giving you.
Thank you. Okay, so now I'll show and thank you very much for this. We're complete with this topic for now. And before we close, I'll show you. These are kind of hard to see, but that's what's called the sleeve or the envelope of the X39 patches. And what they are, they come like this. There are 30 in a patch. I bought the silver kit of 90. So that's what they look like. And you can see X39.
Yes.
I don't know if it's mirrored or not.
No, no, yeah, it's mirrored.
It's mirrored. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure how to flip it, but it's X39, and the base of this thing is the regular Band-Aid made by 3M, so it's hypoallergenic. And what's in here? That's the patch. It's got no toxin, no chemicals. It's got some nanocrystals and some sugar. The process in a very certain way. This has been patented by the U.S. and all over the world. And you stick it on you. I'll show you how. And what it does, it activates the copper peptide in your body. When you activate copper peptide in your body, it starts a chain reaction in your body to start reactivating the genes in your body that have been dormant to kind of like lay low, because once you're 30, 35, half of your genes are already kind of tired. Once you get to 60, like you're barely generating any stem cells, like you're just body degrading. But new technology, crystal technology, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming that we can't even imagine. That
Crazy.
has to do with health. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I think cancer will be gone. Like we'll live long life. We'll live very happy. I think processed food will be gone. And this is really one of the first things, and it worked. This was developed for the U.S. Navy. It's patented. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. For
Amazing.
the Navy SEALs, it's a real
Wow.
thing. And what you would do, you would take this thing here. I'll only peel half, and you can stick it, let's say here, okay,
I can
and then
put it everywhere?
you can put it anywhere you like. You can put it also 1 in 10 or 20,000 be allergic. Just put it on the cloth because it uses very low emission of ultra red light, which is like infrared. It goes through your cloth, and then it
Uh-huh.
starts to generate. You don't feel anything, but what you will feel is like this beautiful calm energy comes, and I find that I sleep very well, and I'm just calm and I'm confident, and it gives me this boost, not only energetic boost, but also a spiritual confidence boost to have a great day. So
Amazing.
yeah, when you brush your teeth in the morning, go for it and stick one on. And when you brush your teeth at night, 12 hours on, 12-hour off, take it off, throw it away. Next day, put another one. These things are very cost effective. They only cost the price of a cup of coffee. It depends which plan you're on, but basically they cost anywhere from about $3.33 USD to $5 maybe. It's very cheap. Okay, it's very affordable. One cup of coffee
Amazing.
at your local coffee store, worth it. And this is also a community, which is the amazing part. It's a community. So when you use these things, you also become a part of a community of people who want to feel better, be better, help each other, which I think is that maybe the most important thing about it. You only need
Amazing.
one, you don't need two, and it really feels amazing. Now we have a website x39.ca and startx39.com. These are our group sites which give more information. Anyone wants to know more or to purchase these things, you can contact Joseph at healingmarket.org, Joseph at healingmarket.org, or to go to x39.ca. And the captions will be here later, and you can get more information. Also, the link where to buy this, which is from the company in the US. We have a special link for you.
Sounds crazy and
Very, very.
amazing. Um,
Listen, it works. It's safe. There's no
It's
toxins,
also
which I
safe.
really
It's
like.
also safe for children, like children with chronic diseases, for example.
So it has not been tested on children, pets, or pregnant women. So
Hmm.
I know that I've seen photos of people putting it on their pets and children and pregnant women. I would
Hmm.
not recommend it simply because it
Hmm.
hasn't been tested on.
I understand. Okay.
Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what to do at home, but for me, I would just use it as directed, 18 plus, non-pregnant,
Hmm.
all good. Um,
Okay.
there are lots of people that about 1 in 10 will tell you that their pain goes right away. 1 in 10, immediate feeling better. Um, Almost everyone start to generate the collagen peptide. You see the skin gets better, everything gets better, and it reduces inflammation just as much as the 14-day immune detox reduces inflammation. So does this one. So it's great to do them together. Even you can, no problem. There's no side effects here.
Maybe we need to add it to the challenge.
um, it is there. We have it. We give the option to people to try what they want. I think it's very powerful if we do it together, or if you
Yeah.
want to try one and then the other, that's also good.
Yeah, it's true. Also the option of to take or not to take supplements also on the challenge is optional as well. So if something you want to support. Yeah, it's
Thank you
true.
very much. Yes, Oran, it's been a pleasure once again. I look
For me
forward
as
to
well, Joe.
keeping you with more and learn more. And anyone that wants to know about the program, about the challenge, let me put it on one more time so we can see. The program is called the 14-day Immune and Detox. I'm going to go to healingmarket.org. Here we go. And from there, you can go right now, you're right here. And if you don't see it, go in the store section and hit here, and they'll take you right to the store. You can purchase access to the program.
I see also, Joe, here, Joseph, that there will be a question by Doron. What about matcha? So yeah, matcha is absolutely is an option as well to take instead of coffee, because the problem is not only the caffeine. So it's not the problem;
Uh-huh.
it's the amount of caffeine. But matcha is a great option. Also, it has a lot of antioxidants in it, so this is a great option to use it as well. Matcha is wonderful, and
Fantastic.
sometimes it's even stronger in the amounts of caffeine even from black coffee.
And also highly antioxidant.
Yeah, it's full of antioxidants. It's an amazing thing. But you
Maybe
have,
I'll get some nuts later.
but you have to pay attention of the amount, because once I was in Berlin in a coffee shop, very hipster, blah blah blah, and someone put too many matcha, and I thought I had a heart attack, and that was really like my heart was really pounding, and so pay attention on the matcha. It's a very powerful thing, but it's great. With pleasure, Deron.
Oran, thank you very much. I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank
Complete
you
for
very
now.
much.